That way we can sit around and talk for a bit till we get a few people coming in.
Happy Pride, by the way.
Yes, it's Pride Month.
Happy Pride, all.
But yeah, like I said, we were at Pensacon.
We
Met
were
some
at
great
Pensacon.
people, talked to some great people.
Tons of great people. Great costumes.
Yeah,
horrible
some
costumes.
great cosplay.
Every kind of genre.
Our friend Stephanie came over. She, as always, she does a great cosplay.
I was a little, I hate to say this on live television, but so I'm super, I hate to say this and I'm cutting the whole world off just to tell you. She showed up as Sue Storm, and I just been like, you know what? She's just a person, you know.
She is.
I'm just gonna talk to this lady. Just be like, hey, your costume's really nice. Bye, because I'm not a DC guy. But when she wore Sue Storm, bravo, lady.
And it wasn't just Sue Storm. It was the
Jessica
Jessica
Alba's
Alba's version of Sue Storm.
She killed it.
So, but yeah, there was a lot of people. We were able to hang out with our buddy Ming Chen from Comic Book Men.
Such a damn sweet, hot gentleman, and just something. That man, I swear.
And then, of course, got to take Jalen up. I got to replace Sanchez as the favorite uncle.
That was adorable, but douchey.
Yeah,
but you did it.
And yeah, took her up there to thank you very much to our good friends over at Level Up for helping taking care of her. And she was able to meet Murr from Impractical Joker, so she loved all that. So
I heard the crowd as he came through. Is that Murr? Hey, look, it's Murr. Oh my God, it's Murr. And I feel terrible not knowing the show. I watched what I thought was the show, but it's been so long.
Oh yeah, Josh. I wasn't here last weekend. After going to Pensacon, I had to pull a few doubles at work, so a couple 48-hour shifts to make up the difference. So sorry about that. But yeah, lately for here, I mean, that's the worst part is I don't have much to talk about right now because of the fact that all I've been doing is working at the fire station, and when I'm not there, I'm here.
I tell you, extraordinaire.
And then finally get a chance to take a break and have a nice, refreshing beverage and chill out for a little bit while we do this. So, well, what's been going on with you since we've been back?
Oh, since we've been back, a little bit of the same. Mostly just I go to work. We've totally skipped the gym this week. You can tell. No gains. And yeah, man.
But no pains either.
Yeah, agreed. I've been sleeping nicely. So I get home after maybe 30 minutes to 2 hours of Pokemon Go. I try to hit the walking track because there's no one there. But when I'm there playing Pokemon, people are there. So anyway, it ruins the internet traffic. That's all I have to say. But yeah, man, work, sleep, Pokemon in between.
Got a few people in here. Got Derek Dean's in. Derek, how are you doing? Said if y'all want to chime in, y'all got some stuff y'all want to talk about, you'd like to talk with us about.
What are your questions?
You have questions? You have Russ O'Neill Clement says, woohoo, work.
Yes, work. Russ, I know the game. And also, remember when you messaged me, I was like, oh yeah, it is a good idea, but you know how scared I am of working with big companies, and I don't want to ruin something that I love with business. Is that rude to say? I mean, it was a killer idea.
There's Josh, work, sleep, Pokemon. That's words to live by.
Yeah, they are. Ironically, iconically.
Actually, Russ, I haven't seen the Sweet Tooth show. I forgot it actually had come out yet. I like the book, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So, like I said, basically work, sleep for me, minus the Pokemon here and there, but that's about it.
I will say the Sweet Tooth book looked good. I never picked it up, but some of the cover art for me was jarring as I am a moderate to severe art snob on my comics. However, I did see the preview and it looked dope. I couldn't say anything, but it looked dope. It was just like, okay, this is the Fall Out Boy video all over again, minus the starting of emo.
So Sweet Tooth is an emo book?
It's
or emo show?
Everyone has emo hair now.
Well, I don't know. So for me, I've been trying to catch up on, while I was at work, trying to catch up on the last few episodes of Lucifer, which that's another show if you haven't watched.
I haven't seen the rest of the episode of season 2, episode 1. Or anything after. My stuff just jammed, man.
It's phenomenal. The guy who plays Lucifer is just they couldn't have cast somebody better. He's perfect for it. It's nothing like the comic book; it's its own entity,
Yeah,
but it's just as good.
but it did cross over. John Constantine either jumped in or Lucifer jumped in on
Yeah, he jumped in
DC
on
Superheroes of
yeah
Tomorrow or whatever.
on
Yeah,
the
it was
thing.
epic. It
They
worked.
they did that with all the characters trying to get stuff.
It was based loosely off of the Vertigo shit.
And oh no, Josh, I do have Pokemon. I just don't have time to play it much.
I extort him for his shiny.
Russ is saying no emo hair so far, so I guess it's a good thing.
That is good. I will look forward to seeing no emo hair in Sweet Tooth. But I'm gonna watch it at some point. I will.
Actually, it's based on the comic was good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go too far into it, but actually from the first three uh, comics I read, there was actually looked to be really really good. Plus,
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, if
Yeah.
it comes out from Vertigo, it's usually at the very least an excellent storyline. Sometimes the artwork is suffering here and there, but it's always a good storyline.
I will say Vertigo for DC is the only thing that keeps them in the big two for me.
Well, they kind of dropped off for a while. They went to doing that Black Label thing for a while.
Well, DC,
but then lately they're bringing it back again.
But Vertigo was always the shit, and it still is. One of my favorite books. I talked about this at the first con you brought me to. What was it? Southern Fried or some crap up in. I got to meet Tiny and everybody.
Oh, it's up in Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So I got to talk about this book. It's the greatest Vertigo book of all time, if you ask me. And that was Joe the Barbarian.
Joe the Barbarian was actually really good. Of course, also, if you like the kind of off the wall, did you ever read the We Three?
We Three, I did not.
That was about the three animals who had been tested on to where they were actually smarter than they had human level intelligence or even better. And
I read the Dark Horse version of that.
It was actually super, super good. But
yes,
of course, the Vertigo, you can't always go wrong. I mean,
Beasts of Burden was the one I read. I didn't read We Three.
That was the Dark Horse one. But yeah, with Vertigo, you really can't go wrong with stuff like Sandman, Why the Last Man, which are still once again, I guess, picking back up again.
Yes.
To be a project. So,
oh yeah,
Josh, are we going to Mississippi Con? No. If you notice, there are not any flyers for it here. They're not allowed to have any flyers for it here.
What's the cinch, Kim? Possible? Why is that?
That's something I'll get into. There's a lot to it.
Okay, it's too convoluted.
Let's just say we will not, or I will not be going, and neither will the shop, and neither will any of the local comic talent down here.
Subsidiaries therein, all the friends and fam of 3AC.
But we will be doing hey John, how's it going, bud? Yeah, good to see you too. Yeah, we had John over there at Pensacon. Yeah, we were able to get all the stuff off for CGC. Oh, but after looking, even with fast tracking on them, even the people that didn't, want it, I think I went ahead and did it all anyway, just because the turnaround time on it was so blasted long. It was. I'm looking at the thing thinking, oh boy, it's going to be like 5 months before we get these things back. But at least it'll be nice, pretty books when we all get them back. So the sad part was, out of everything, I didn't send off anything for myself because, well, I couldn't because we were the facilitator. But there was a few things I would have loved to have gotten graded for myself, but got to follow the rules. So
I know.
What else we got here? Let's see.
Some hooligan.
Oh, we got some hooligan coming.
Some hooligan.
He's screaming poop butt.
Shenanigans. Who would do such a thing?
Yeah, Josh. Well, actually, I talked to JDF not long ago. He is planning on being there in February, along with we saw Amy Jo. So that will be a first form over there, and
everybody's stoked about Amy Jo.
Well, she doesn't do cons very much,
and she's coming to Pensacon next year.
She so everything I've read about her, she has severe anxiety, and apparently has to be like cordoned off to an area where like only one person can come in at a time.
So
I don't know if that's changed. I don't know if that's changed or not. I don't know, what's going on with it, but we'll see we'll see come February.
Yeah.
John's getting crazy, just like trading cards. Oh no, dude! Thank you all. We appreciate everybody that came by and saw us. I know we're busy and get a chance to talk much to anybody, but we appreciate everybody that stopped by. At least said hi. I had a lot of fun too. We were able to break free on Saturday and Sunday a little bit, me and Ming, and go up a little thing and do some podcasting. So do the official live stream for Pensacon. So everything worked out really, really well. Jill, yeah, she's going to do a Power Ranger couple cosplay.
We can't wait to see.
I think I'm gonna do bulk and skull all in one. I'm gonna be Skulk,
Mm.
and yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You have a basis to go upon. So now you're going to do a mashup character at a con.
But I'm gonna gender bend it as well.
It's gender bent.
I'm gonna do a gender bent Skulk.
I will say I do love me some gender bend cosplays. Like I've seen a couple of good Cyclops ladies out there, and it's like, okay, all right.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of fun. I mean, that's the big thing. As long as you have fun with it, who cares? Enjoy yourself. You know, have a good time. You know, that's the one thing I've always said about our
your shit.
Yeah, our stuff is that you know, we are a very welcoming, opening
We
community.
are all inclusive,
Yes.
and we don't care who you are. Just be.
Chris. Chris, congratulations! Yeah, I saw you got married last month. I think it was on one of Mike and Ming's show or one of the shows on their stuff. Yeah, I know I saw in there that you had gotten married. So yes, congratulations.
Congrats. Mazel.
See, I've done giving Jill idea. Now she's going to be Lady Skull.
Lady Skull. Now who's going to be a Skrull? Everyone.
Oh, it could be anyone or everyone.
It could be anyone or everyone. Just like Bendis said when he pitched it to Marvel.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra had very little to do with that.
They infiltrated Hydra too.
They infiltrated everything because they're Skrulls. All right, but real talk, that's going to be a really cool costume. Also, congrats. You know, backtracking a little bit because we already did it. I will say, bring your A game. Throw your costume on. You know, because everyone has that special con makeup that you only wear for con. It's like MAC. It's the expensive stuff.
I don't wear makeup at the con.
Well, you don't get dressed up.
My mascara runs if I do.
You didn't see my tight-ass makeup at Pensacon this year? No one could tell who I was. That's how good my costume was.
I went as comic book guy.
Well, no, mine was like multi-tiered. It could have been me. Let's be honest, it was me. It could have been like 3 other people.
Who looked like you?
Yeah, not really. But I was wearing shit that was close to what they would.
Well, I do like those purple pants.
Oh, everyone loved my Hulk pants,
yes.
My Banner pants. No.
Those are great.
Okay, so these dope-ass purple pants, I gotta say, you know, Adidas give me free shit, but it's these Dickies type material that was lavender purple.
They were awesome.
They were glorious.
Let's just say we would not lose you anywhere in the area.
No one had a multicolored pant, and mine was the only one that wasn't black, blue, or costumed. It was real world clothes.
Russ is asking, what did you go as?
Well, you can't just ask. You had to be there and see it.
See, that's the thing. You have to witness it in order for it to be all inclusive. And then actually, we'll step out here and look at Wiggin out. I'm gonna let him so he's not stuck.
Let the man get his dog.
I'll grab him.
So while Scott's getting the dog, like I said, the costume was multi-tiered. It's a little too convoluted to talk about here. We've only got like 19 hours, you know. I know, it's rather funny. But no, in all honesty, it was just a bunch of Adidas gear. Looking pretty fly. I did that once, Josh. I think Scott does that irregularly, but he does everyday cosplay as a regular guy on occasion.
Oh, I am never a regular guy. I'm not normal at all in the slightest. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this.
The modesty.
Normal is boring. That's the thing.
Beautiful is boring. That's a beautiful song.
So,
hey, guy.
Be careful leaning on that. It'll shake the camera.
I'm shaking the camera, loving on Wiggin.
But if anybody else got any questions, things coming out, things y'all want to talk about, that's kind of what this whole thing with the Minotaur's Codpiece is going to be. Is kind of us airing our dirty laundry and
yes.
Plus allowing other people to come in and talk and say what they want to say. So
I will say, Russ, before I answer you, there is this guy, speaking of the hot goss and the dirty dish, this guy at work, okay, he put in his 2 weeks. He's bragging about this other place. And then you know what? He's at that place, like talking about how good he had it where we were. What are you doing, man? Grass
is always greener.
But no, Russ, what I'm reading right now is just a bunch of Marvel stuff, like some of the stuff that I catch on my phone via various application methods and what have you. It's like Immortal Hulk. I'm about 6 months behind on that. It has returned to a horror book. It's amazeballs. I recommend it for anyone for any reason. So Excalibur's great. I'm buying that. I'm buying Deadpool, obviously, because the King Deadpool stuff in Staten Island. That's kind of not really, but totally and not at all a spoiler for any of you who aren't reading Deadpool. Whoever you think you are, it's just rude. Um,
Well, I mean, for me, I just actually go back and read a lot. I went back through and reread after watching the cartoon. I had to go back and reread all the Invincibles,
Invincibles,
which
yeah.
is a freaking great story.
He
But
read it in one day once, and then now he's like, "Hey, there's a show."
but you asked what's my favorite indie comic series? To be honest with you, it comes out very sporadically, but it still does come out as one called Deadly Class.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say Goon.
No, well, Goon still comes out as well. But Deadly Class is one of those books that you same thing. I think it's like 9 trades. I think I had the first 8. I took them to work with me.
Yeah.
And I read the first one, thinking, okay, I'll just read the first one, then I'll take a break, do some other stuff. And I got to the end of it, and I was like, okay, they leave you a cliffhanger. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to read the start of the other one just to figure out what's going on. And then next thing I'm at the end of that one. That one leads me to cliffhanger. Then I've read all 8 of them within 5 hours, and I was like, well, shoot. Now I'm waiting on more stuff to come along, but they come out so sporadically. Like, I think there's been like a couple, 1 or 2 in the past 6 months. So they even did a TV show off of it, did 1 season of it, which it's not bad. It's not bad at all. The music score is really good, but it jumps around as far as the story does, and to me, it kind of convolutes it after reading the comics. So if you are watching the TV show and enjoying it, stick with it. Don't go to read the comics until the show's over with, because it'll screw you up a little bit.
Everyone's got their reading habits.
Jill said she went as Anthony Michael Hall's stalker. We only got to see him a few times. He was wandering around on the VIP party on Saturday. That was it.
I do love how I'm not backdoor brag or anything. So we're outside of the VIP only section. We had just gotten out, and we had been there for less than 30 minutes, just bullshitting with the random people, just awesome ass people. Everyone was super dope. But he had come in through the venue that was playing music super next door to where we were eating pizza and drinking. And it was like, hey guys, yeah, what's up? All right, he's carrying luggage. Another 30 minutes goes by because, that's just how the party moves. You blink and it's over. That had happened. It was 30 seconds. And then he's just all of a sudden walking out of the VIP section. All right, everybody. Yo, it's nice to meet you. All right, bye now.
Yeah, he did his obligatory stop by for a little bit.
For everybody. And what's worse is we were right there, very within less than 100 yards of the front door because of the set out layup and where everything else was, blah, blah, blah. And he had been less than 2 feet away from us carrying his luggage, just being a humble gentleman, walking and commingling with us little people.
Peons.
Yes. We weren't starfuckers by any means, but he was such a gent.
Yeah, John. Yes, Men of War was a freaking excellent series, but also I guess my favorite, one from that time period, the war comic. Still, I've always loved Unknown Soldier, and the haunted tank stuff. From
OG stuff some and the
really
stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Josh, they're going to use their VIP tickets, but too many people wanted to see canceled, so they bought the normal people tickets and slummed it out this year. Yeah, you probably did the best thing, and plus with the VIP tickets, like I said. When I talked to Jason, they're planning on being there. So yeah. So Jason's planning on Legend of the White Dragon will be over with. Maybe we get to see some nice clips from it. Who knows? But yeah. So now you can crack that thing open and get Amy Jo as well as him to sign. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was your other one that you needed to get on there. So now you can get a twofer.
Get them SIGs, and by that I mean signatures.
Oh, Karen is such, he said the only person he fanboyed over was Karen Ashley. Karen is actually such a sweetheart, so humble, so down to earth. She was actually here at FanFest when we did that down here. She was just so sweet. No, she was the second Power Ranger. After the first girl passed away, she took over. But yeah, she's such a sweetheart and so down to earth, so nice. I mean, actually, out of everybody I met while we were there and they kind of hung out and talked with, none of the actors or actresses or media guests, I guess you call them, everybody was so nice.
Affable.
We had the opportunity to interview a few of them for the live stream, and it was
Nice.
it was incredible how down to earth and nice these people was. So we got to
grounded.
Some people I got to I grew up watching with my dad in wrestling was the Rock and Roll Express. We got to talk with them and interview them for the podcast, and it was those guys were. It's like they were grateful to be there. They wanted to meet their fans. They wanted to hear stories. They wanted to talk, and I was
Like
just
they were
completely
cooped up from COVID too.
I was just completely enthralled by these guys. And the other one was Ernest Thomas, the guy who played Raj from What's Happening. Been in a ton of other stuff too, but he was just so gracious and so nice. I was like, man, this is phenomenal. It made my whole thing just to be able to sit there and interview and talk with them for a little while.
That was very cool. If I'm not mistaken, it was also live streamed via everything. You're welcome, Internet.
You spent over $500 on signatures just from Karen. Holy crap!
Yeah.
So I guess Karen did love you having you over there.
I get it. Yeah.
I'll sign stuff for like $300. I mean, just come see me. I'll sign stuff for you. It doesn't even have to be my name. I'll sign it.
Yeah, I do free signatures, but I do charge for intimate sketches.
See if it works. I don't know. Sorry, we're playing around with little sound effects. I don't know. We can't hear what they are right now because I'm still trying to figure out this new soundboard. So sooner or later, figure it out.
Baby.
Yeah, but yeah. Overall, everything's been great. We've been
sailing.
Yeah, sailing smooth, going good. So, anybody else got anything they want to? Let's see. What was good?
So, where'd you share these baby pics at? Just via your assorted social medium?
Oh, I think they meant they shared them with Karen.
Oh,
they're big Power Ranger fans. They love their Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Like, would you hold my baby and just let us take a picture? That sounds like adorable.
That's like the whole shake and bake piece of kissing hands thing, yeah.
Yeah. You do shake it before you bake it.
Well, but other than that, like I said, we get back. Anybody who's tuning in who does come into the shop, get ready when y'all come in next week. Come Monday and Tuesday, we are going to be rearranging the entire store. Which as soon as we're done, we'll do like a little video walkthrough, kind of show people what it looks like. But
virtual experience.
Yes, the store will be completely changed for the next time you come through. Yeah, you see, I said with Karen, same age people. John, let's see. Let's pull this one up here. That's a lot. You typed a lot there, John. It's like a panel a couple years back with Power Rangers at Pensacon. He wasn't a Power Rangers guy. He missed that time frame. But the panel a couple years ago was so very impressive with so much emotion. It was a big time for 2022. So impressed that now I look forward. He wanted to look at the Power Rangers. Rock and Roll Express, yes. The Raj interview, dude, I'm telling you, was freaking great. The artist row was great, and a lot of awesome people there. Yeah, John, I'm telling you. I mean,
shout out. If you're out there, Carl Molina,
yeah.
Whatever. I still love your work. Can't wait.
Yeah, we were just completely enthralled with a lot of stuff.
Mitch was there.
Yeah, most of the comic talent are people that we know, but they get some people who are not from that, who we haven't met before, like Carl Moline and Bill Morrison. I'm good right now.
Right.
Bill Morrison and a few other ones. They actually got a chance to meet them, and it was great. Everybody, like I said, everybody there was gracious and happy to be there and having fun. So
just sweethearts.
I don't have a single complaint. John, yeah, unfortunately, I don't get to do panels very much just because of the fact that we're stuck at the booth. I don't think I've done a single panel since the very first Pensacon we went to.
Since the very first con you brought me to, me and Sergeant Thomas Clark were invited by way of Three Alarm Comics, and we got to talk about, as I mentioned earlier, Joe the Barbarian.
But yeah, I just don't. I don't have a thing. Yeah, Brian LeBlanc. Yeah, actually, if anybody's free too, August 14th, free comic book day. We've got a good lineup of people coming in. We are actually going to tone it down a little bit from our normal, just to kind of allow for social distancing. Even though, people get vaccinated,
even
whatever.
If you have your vaccination
we still
card,
want to be as safe as possible.
Protocols. Yeah. It's the world we live in. Just get used to it. Submit.
But
there will be a cycling issue, and it's just be very careful and mindful. It's that simple.
Well, just remember that we will have bicycles
Wear your masks.
But no, I don't know if I don't think we're gonna have to have masks. But it really and truly though, it's going to depend on the guests. So I've sit down and talk to everybody. We have to make sure everybody's comfortable, everybody's okay. But
Yeah, we have to do volume control, and you all
yes.
understand it's as much for your safety as it is for ours. So, yet again,
But I can say the very first guest that we have is a longtime hero of mine, somebody who's legendary and iconic in the business. He's done some of my favorite comics ever. I'm a big Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes.
heck yeah.
So a Green Arrow fan. So Mr. Mike Grell is going to be
Grell.
here. This will be his first time out since the pandemic.
I
So
have to say this. You're gonna bring it up. I know you are. If you haven't already verbosely just laid it out on the internet to begin with. Congrats again, Mike Grell, for getting married, right?
Yep, Mike got married not long ago.
Yes.
So
not only that, but
I'll brag a little bit. I actually got to it was a live stream thing. It was a private event, but it was a live stream thing. Hey,
Yeah.
Amy. I actually got to marry Mike and his wife, now wife Mary.
And now you pronounce.
I got to pronounce them man and wife, and never in my life did I think that somebody I grew up with being a total hero,
I gotta say,
I'd be the one marrying him to his current wife.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because when we first went to, what was it, NolaCon or what, Wizard World New
No,
Orleans?
it was the first Wizard when he was there.
I couldn't even go talk to him. This man's like having a good ass time. We had been you had gotten a hold of him, and he had been introduced to you by Mr.
Steve Scott. But
yes.
No, we're hanging out with like Ray Park and James Marsters and all these other people. And Steve leads there. He's like, man, he goes, what do you think about all this? He's like, there's Ray Park, there's James Marsters, there's like all these other people.
And the whole time he's turning to me like this fucking fanboy. Yeah. It's Mike fucking Grell, Anthony.
That was the biggest thing.
Fucking Grell. This is every 20 minutes this was happening.
But
I get it.
Now,
I get it.
Now I talk to the guy all the time. I dreamed of the day I could actually talk to him about comic books and everything else. And we talk all the time, and we never talk about comic books. We talk about real life crap and just normal stuff.
The other stuff is implied because it was before you all met, and as your personal relationship developed, it become more about people and less about the books, because you all had that mutual understanding. I create the books. I love the books.
Yeah, but now it's like I said, that I only have one CGC book that I own personally, and that one is the one that I said based on the only reason I got it done, because I figured what Mike inscribed on it had to be in the CGC database, and I'm paraphrasing here, but yeah, so it just says something to the fact of it would have been cheaper if I would have taken you out and bought you some crack.
Yeah.
So I was like, that deserves to be in the CGC database, so it now is.
Indubitably.
So yeah, it was the first comic book I ever bought with my own money, and I still had it, and just happened Mike had drawn it. So
was that the one that you had?
That was the exact one I had. I've saved it all these years. It's
nostalgia porn. You've got that for perpetuity and in the basement.
So yep, it's ready to go. It's comic porn now.
It's state.
Yeah, I mean it's mine. The only thing I own that is graded, and
you have public record.
But I wanted proof that Mike Grell said he would have taken me out and bought me crack.
What a guy. Mazel on the wedding, thanks for the crack.
So, but yeah, we got, and then also, hopefully, I haven't heard from him yet. I know we got Amy Tucci is coming in, her and her husband Darren, who owns Pressing Matters.
Yes.
They may be trying. Aaron. We kind of named Damien Aaron or Amen, Damon, whatever. We got to figure it out. But we're going to try to, hopefully, those two can make it down here for Free Comic Book Day. I know they're debating it over.
We love Pressing Matters, and not only that, but the cosplay of the one, the only. It's a good time. They're just good people, and they're just a joy to be around. So.
Speaking of which, you'll see some good cosplay from her and Darren whenever they come down for Pensacon. They actually got their VIP tickets, so they're good to go. But they'll be driving down from New York to come down to Pensacon to spend time with us, of all people.
My sweet Buffalo babies.
So, yeah, my Buffalo babies.
Us Southerners really don't appreciate a Northerner, but you all are just fine. We love you.
But, so what else has been going on besides work with you? I mean, I've just been... That really truly, that's about it. Between here at the shop and work at the station, I'm pretty much done until today.
Yeah, I've been basically just grinding on Pokemon. There's been a lot of events. I'm ashamed of myself to admit publicly that I missed the event where you could change frustration on a shadow Pokemon and just transfer it out with the pass to be another attack. And I am ashamed because I had like 4 ballers that were really heavy hitting, and they deserved the chance.
Well, I got Preston in here from Papa One podcast. Yeah.
Papa One, that's
And
what's up.
then Amy, she says she loves buffalo babies. So
Oh,
that's going to be your new new
that's
love term for the two of them.
yes, because there are buffalo babies, my sweet buffalo babies. Y'all are just wonderful humans. Thanks for appreciating our verbiage.
Yes, I mean it'd be better than Buffalo Soldiers.
Well, it's also, don't get me wrong, it's a Lana Del Rey nod. Brooklyn babies. Brooklyn's all right, but Buffalo's where it's at. And we got y'all from there, so please come back.
But yeah, actually, matter of fact, I just sent some stuff off to Darren to get redone. I wasn't happy with the grades I got back from CGC.
Excellent work,
and from what the notes said, I'm like, well, this is stupid. I didn't see any of this stuff on there when I sent it in.
These
so like, you know what? Screw this. I packaged it up, and I opened it up, put it back in the same package it was shipped to me, and sent them straight up to Darren. Hopefully he'll be getting them pretty soon.
Sent them to top men.
Oh, we got Cat in. Your sexy hairless hubby. I don't know. Be careful with that.
Yeah.
Your mom might. You already told me your mom's not going to like me. That I'm not going to be welcome in the family. There's all kinds of stuff.
He's too risque for your mother. Is that what she's saying?
No, I think the way it was the way I read it, how it was presented to me. I guess her mother is a traditional Asian mother.
Awesome.
And apparently has a bad accent, the way that she was imitating the way that she talks, by the way she was typing. So we'll see. Yeah.
Mom won't like you either. What, Amy? Are you crazy?
Oh, Amy's got a filthy mouth as well. The bad part is so does Cat. Cat's mouth is not the spick and span of speech organs.
Would you say it's a dirty limp liquor?
See, there we go. See, this is how she presents her mom to people.
My mom will love you long. That's hot. That's almost as hot as the, what was it, World War II, or was it Vietnam? Yeah, my mom real tight. She a virgin.
Let's see. Preston, how's life been treating us? Honestly, since we've been back from Pensacon, it's been work. I feel like Rihanna.
Since that Monday, I've since fixed my car twice. Brakes and such had that happening and taken care of. And then I had to tighten some lug nuts again. But yeah, man. Just life.
But yeah, other than that, we enjoy seeing y'all. I guess we'll see you and Mark tomorrow for your usual Saturday tryst over here.
Tryst.
So we'll be. Actually, I don't know. They may not be coming in. They've been coming in and picking up some really good books. I don't know if I've got anything left for them.
The cherry pickers.
Yeah, they've been coming in and
picking cherries,
getting some really nice high-end key issues. Preston bought a few. Mark bought a few.
Bodybuilding couple. What is that?
No. Actually, if you come in, they said Preston and Mark do our Preston and Mark do their own live stream where they do a lot of stuff where. They showcase a lot of the collectibles they get. They open packs of cards.
Fun.
I got in on with it the other day, but it took forever because Twitch sucks. Forgive me, all you Twitchers.
The only thing I love about Twitch is a handful of gamers and Matthew Kiichi Heafy, guitarist for Trivium.
See, now Cat's trying to be a little filthy again. So this is why your mom doesn't like anybody.
I would love to help you with that. Who are you?
That's Cat. Anthony, let's see. We were doing any East Coast cons.
We're looking into that.
For me, with my schedule at the fire department, I work 24 on, 48 off, so it's hard for me to get off to do a lot of these things. But
what was it, vacation
I am actually, I had to take vacation and go to Pensacon, so it's kind of a working vacation. But I'm a retirement time. I could retire pretty much any time, and I just figure I'll as soon as that happens, we'll probably start doing a few more back and forth.
He's got plans, and the man can't stand.
And Kat, I am not going to ban you. I mean, you. If I put up with you this long, I think I could handle a bit longer.
Easy, cat. Meow.
Cat. Yep. Let's see. And then we got Teresa's in here. She's gonna tell
That's the blonde.
Cat's mom. Yes, that's Teresa. Teresa's the one that uh the fun part is I think Teresa's like the female version of me. We don't put up with any crap, and
Oh yeah.
and we have the
That's
innate
another one I
ability
was super intimidated to
to-
talk to. I'm like, this chick ain't got time to be nice to just some random nobody.
No, considering all that we had to deal with during
I didn't want to intrude. Everyone's got something like
between Kat and Teresa and,
she
and everything
handling
else. So,
also, sweet lord.
well, yeah,
None of my business.
You can only handle as much as you can with what we had to. I don't want to name any names,
no dirty dish, no hot goss.
But yeah, it was definitely interesting, and both her and Kat had a little bit of a their own chores they had to deal with throughout the weekend.
Oh, Scott's Angels. Read Amy's thing. That's great. That's adorable. I love it. You're Bosley.
Actually, knowing you three, it would be more like Scott's Devils.
There's cake involved.
So,
it's cool.
They're just getting their own little thing together. I don't even know whether they don't care if we're here or not.
So, ladies, once you get this together, just get yourselves on your time because you do the missions, and then you come to Bosley to see what he has for you. So just work it out, talk amongst yourselves, and get back to him. I would say us.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you that, like I said, there is no angels. There's no Charlie's Angels with these. This is like Scott's Satan's helpers. I don't know because they're all a bunch of
baby.
They're a bunch of little devils. I can tell you that.
Just kidding. That's a comic book. That wasn't any nasty thing. It was a nasty comic book though. Thank you, Eric Powell. It was horrible.
Yeah, we are your spawns. No, we're
no,
I only have the one spawn. If
we're gonna say spawns, we're gonna call y'all Scott's Manges. As in Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls.
I almost thought you were going to say
she was the Spawn ripoff.
I thought you were going to say Scott's Minges.
Scott's Manges. No, Scott's Mangy Minges. You heard it here first. All right, ladies, get it together. That's horrible. Why did you bring me there?
I don't know, but yes, Amy, I have not cracked it yet, but yes, just to prove it, I still have my 4-color demon beer sitting here waiting. It will sit here and wait until y'all make it back down so we can all enjoy some together.
Also, PBR, give me free shit.
So for anybody that doesn't know, the 4-color demon beer is something that they only had up in that area. It's for
it's a Buffalo Baby beer.
Tell 'em Steve Dave stuff, which is the Kevin Smith guys. So
yeah.
They had their own beer, and it was only up in that area. And Darren and Amy were kind enough to bring me down a 4-pack. So, but it's going to sit there waiting for y'all to come down, and we will all have some together. And Kat, your name is not on that can. That is my can. That's, you didn't bring it to me. Darren and Amy brought it to me.
You get PBR and you like it.
It's Amen's can.
That's a little too.
Amen. Dare me, or was it Dare Me? Was the other one?
Darmy,
yeah.
Amy and Darren, Damien and Aaron, Darmy. It was Darmy. We were trying to get it to one syllable and it just didn't work. It was ad. That's not enough.
It could have been just damn too.
Well, we had considered that route, but we had been cussing enough other things that day, and we didn't want to equate the bullshit to y'all.
All right, I'm going to have to bring this up on the screen just so I can embarrass her with it later.
Please do.
I'm not even going to repeat it.
Well, that sounds wonderful. You.
When it comes to her, she's obviously drinking.
Loopy.
So
she was talking about PBR, right?
Yeah, she likes the PBR can. She's.
I told her she liked it, and she expressed how much.
Did she gag?
That's only up to her inexperience.
But we've gotten so far off topic.
Note.
How else do you open a can of beer? Josh,
thank you.
And who isn't drinking at this point, I need another one.
In Sensuous, there's one more PBR in there, if you would, please.
Did you just call me sensuous?
Because aren't you just?
I am.
Thank you. It's too kind. Such a gent. You can't see it.
I'm gonna have to switch up a little bit. You know,
I'll have one of those next.
I'm going back to my kid roots. So I'm gonna drink me a rocket pop. So
Rocket Pop, give me free shit.
oh, but I would say this: one of the things we did do when we were when
Urban
after
South.
after we got back from Pensacon, Ming came back with us, and
Oh Lord, and he
and
helped.
he
I
did.
can't believe
I told
that.
you. I told you he would.
I mean, it was intermittent. The man has. I'm trying not to be racially insensitive, but shorter legs. But he kept coming back for boxes.
He worked his butt off. Him and Natalie.
I knew her by her bag, and forgive me, her butt alone.
But afterwards, we went to New Orleans, and Nat had
I
this
told
morning
her.
had to wake up and work. And
What was her name?
Natalie.
Natalie.
So
It's too bad
there was
they were
actually
all DC, honey.
when we first checked in, we noticed there was this rum distillery like right outside the door of our Airbnb.
Of your rum tum tum MB.
And they happened to open at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's
So
a wonderful day to day drink.
Ming and I decided to just wander over there while she was working, while we're getting ready to do everything else, and ended up having fun. We sampled a few flights of rum and had a few other drinks, mixed drinks, and next day we decided we're going to live stream from the place. I ended up bringing back some rum from there. The stuff was really good. They had a Bananas Foster's rum, a hibiscus spiced rum.
What was it spiced with?
Cinnamon, coriander. There's a bunch of different things in there. It's really good.
So it was almost like a savory sweet.
I was so impressed. They had they made a hibiscus rum lemonade out of it.
Lemonade.
And
it was a nice cocktail.
Actually, are you a rum drinker?
Not particularly, but on occasion.
I'm gonna have to let you try something. Are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah, that too.
All right. So while we're sitting here, let me go grab a little bit. I'll let you try something.
So since we're on the topic of beers, this man once handed me a beer, and he's like, "Don't drink it yet. Hold it upside down for a little while." This son of a bitch hands me this can of diabetes, and it's like, "Hey, all right, it's been 10 minutes. Turn this bastard over and drink it. It's gummy worms and Oreos in a beer.
And marshmallows.
And it's the most disgusting, wonderful, enlightening malt beverage that you're like, if I puke this, it's okay. Because it's like I'm eating Cocoa Pebbles and fucking gummy bears. What kind of acid trip do you have to be? Anyway, it worked. It was disgusting.
So while we were there,
wonderful.
So this is the name of the brewery. It's the Happy Raptor.
Happy fucking Raptor.
And while we're there, it looked like he was brewing coffee, and we were like, okay, cool. Well, I guess that they do a limited runs of stuff. So the first one they did when they opened up, they haven't opened long, and they did a king cake beer for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Well, they did 200 bottles. It sold out. So they were trying to figure out what their next one was going to be. And he told us how he's wanting to do one with coffee and vanilla beans and
the rum guy.
the cacao nibs. Yeah. And so he's got this big gallon thing of coffee. He's got the cocoa and the vanilla beans in. He's getting them out. And we're asking, like, okay, was this going to go in the rum? He's like, no, this is the rum.
What?
And we're like, what are you talking about? He actually cold brewed coffee, but instead of using water, he used the silver rum.
Oh, sexy.
So this isn't even available for sale. But
Happy Raptor, you motherfuckers.
But this, he gave me a little bit just to try.
This is for me, right?
This is for you. If you like black coffee, this is all you.
Boże zdrowie.
And the sake, y'all have some fun, except you can't. You can call your mom. Be honest.
That would be wonderful with some rum chata.
Or some Baileys, or
Baileys would be.
It would sweeten it up a little bit.
It would be inelegant. It would be inappropriate for this coffee substance. Rum chata, because I think it's also rum based, would be apropos, and plus the cinnamon would pair.
You smell it. It smells like freaking black coffee.
It's black coffee and turpentine, but when you taste it, no, that's the scent. But when you taste it, it's harshly smooth. It's an onomatopoeia.
We got a few other people in here. Richard was in here a little bit earlier. We got Tamara Haas.
Girl, I miss your face. I'm so glad you're doing great.
So, but yeah,
Don't act like you're not.
But I'm telling you that the other one you need to try is that Bananas Foster. if you want to give it a little try, the hibiscus, there's some back there.
You know, and maybe at another time because it has been 2 days since my last banana, but
Your banana butt.
not my banana butt. It's for potassium.
But do you
Can't have these babies cramping up.
But do you? How, I mean, do you take it up the butt or
No, you don't take a whole banana.
just mash it up
Anally.
first?
No. What you do anally is often like, gay stuff or a dildo, if you will. But what I'm referring to is masticated oral banana, just the way God intended. Except you open it like a chimp from the bottom by pinching.
And then you spread it apart.
Yeah, like so much legs or labia, a hastily packed suitcase. And then you pinch off the seeds, you throw them onto earth and hope the best happens. And then you go to town on a banana.
You get banana trees.
And then, yeah, hopefully.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. My only thing I've ever had is a good chance of growing. I mean, we did watermelons, we've done pumpkins, we did all kinds of stuff, which is a good thing too for anybody.
Also, Mac McClooney, you motherfucker, that guide to growing watermelons was so on point, but the joke was not, and it was great.
Well, something fun about you got nieces and nephews and stuff. Something fun my dad used to do was he would grow pumpkins, and what he would do is when they start to grow, they'd still be green and about that big around. And he would take a ballpoint pen and draw on them or write the kids' names on them. And as it grows, it would turn brown and scar and grow with the pumpkin. So basically, my little cousins, everything were amazed how my dad used to grow pumpkins with their names on it.
That's some Tim Burton shit.
You could do it with your artwork. Yeah. You could actually draw on them, and then your pumpkin would grow, and you would have an original Anthony Eakes pumpkin artwork.
This is where I get to pretend to be humble because I'm something of an artist. But no, you flatter me, sir. That would be.
Think about how awesome that would be.
That would be very becoming of my art.
To grow some of the pumpkins with your design stuff on it.
And I hate to say this on television because everyone knows Scott to be a raucous, uproarious, pretty chill ass dude. But that's very sentimental and sweet, you old softy.
Well, I'm a bastard when I need to be.
He's a bastard in the words of Corey Taylor, but at least he admits it.
That's somebody else. I'm glad you brought him up. Most people can't stand that sucker. I don't know why.
Well, I don't get it.
I think he's freaking amazing.
Can I be?
He's a comic collector.
He's a comic collector.
He does his own
metal
stuff.
Guy.
He does. He's in Slipknot.
Thank you.
He does even before Slipknot. He was doing the Stone Sour stuff.
I don't count that.
But it's great. Actually, the Stone Sour stuff is great.
And segueing into his Apocalyptica work, that was fun.
So I mean, the guy's a talented son of a gun.
And I mean, who isn't?
And he's a comic fan.
Who isn't listening to CMFT right now?
Exactly.
I mean,
Corey MF and Taylor.
Corey motherfucking Taylor. Yeah. We haven't been reading for a while. It's been a wonderful drink.
Richard said he would buy an art pumpkin. And Josh says the only thing he can grow is pot. Well, just to let you know, this is watched by quite a few.
I will tell you, like Felder Rushing said on the Gestalt Gardener on NPR, sir, I'm a long-haired Southern boy. Sorry, wait, I'm paraphrasing at this point. Let me get back to the proper quote. I am a long-haired hippie boy, and the cops would not take kindly to me growing that sort of thing in my yard. And he was referring to a plant that just looked like it.
And Preston says Corey Taylor is a goat. I don't know why he wants him on a farm, but
of all time.
So he doesn't want him on a farm.
No. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I get it. No, yeah. Corey Taylor's goat. I'm gonna be a dick. Like straight up, I love Corey's work with Slipknot. Even in the latter years after the subliminal verses began, it was like, let's soften up because we're men of a certain age and this music is super fucking heavy and hurts our bodies. It was still amazing, and they still held true to the heavier roots.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed. I mean, he
did
CMFT
it. So is like, I get it.
Well,
but
my thing is, he actually did a remake on the Dio album of Rainbow in the Dark.
It wasn't kick-ass covers.
I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed his version of Rainbow in the Dark.
Corey Taylor got to express his vocal range.
So
on
that.
I was livid. It was beautiful.
I was very, very, very happy with it.
You could feel the smoldering rage.
He does another one. He does.
He was on Doctor Who, dude.
He did
his voice
version of Wicked Game
on Who's band.
He did it.
CMFT.
No. I think it was. I think it was like a live thing he did. Decided to play Wicked Game, and
Yeah, that sounds great.
it's freaking insane. You know the old Chris Isaac song.
Yes,
he did it, and honestly,
don't you ever act like I
like
love
it better.
That song.
I like it better than Chris Isaac's version.
No,
it is freaking phenomenal. But once we get done with this, I'll let you listen to it.
We're gonna play that over the credits.
But
we don't have.
but I'm telling you, it was insanely good.
Oh, you bright bastard! That's wonderful. That's another thing I've got to go express into the universe.
Let's see.
Let's catch up on our comment section. Thanks for contributing.
You know, recommend headbanging in your 30s. Oh, I don't know. They were
wearing jumpsuits because it was work. Slipknot.
I mean, you could headbang as long as you do the hair slinging. The hair slinging is what gets you going.
Oh, you know
that gives
what?
you the whiplash.
You should never have mentioned that because this is never going to work. But I'm doing it right now on live internet,
live stream.
Yes. So I'm on Instagram the other day, right? Because I had a free mo, and I catch one of these Tosh.0 videos. I haven't watched Tosh.0 since season 5. I want to say back in like 2014, right before he did the beard thing after he got his hair fixed. But I'm doing this, and he did this the worst kind of justice because he did it none at all, but it still worked. So there's this video where he brings up one of his Web Redemption House bands, and they're like, why the hell would you stick that up your ass? Why the hell would you stick that up your ass? And they were just terrible, but it was wonderful. There was a beauty in it. So what I'm doing now is I'm about to play for you something beautiful, and you're just going to sit there and take it like the dirty sluts you are. And let's just hope it works, okay?
I don't hear any sound.
Me either.
Is your voice, your volume up?
I'm doing it again, internet. Oh wait, come back here with your mic. Do it.
Still don't hear any sound.
Anyway, that's Daniel Tosh. Head swirling. Wait. All right, here you go. Yes! Did you hear that thunder? Daniel Tosh. Let it be known. In jest, it was amazing.
Amy said she can't speak for her taste in music. It's the Monkees and Backstreet Boys. You know what though,
Amy? I want it that way.
And you know what? Hey, we are all monkeys.
People say we monkey around.
Yeah, but we're too busy singing.
I don't remember the rest of the words
to put anybody down.
Yeah, it's too late because that's part of what we're doing here.
But dude, actually, the Monkees were they were the original boy band. They were put together by a freaking studio.
Boy band. They were, I want to say, pre-Partridge because they didn't need a bus. They monkeyed around. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, they were like daydream believers in what they did.
And I
got nothing.
I can't even say anything but daydream believers. That's all I got. I did not like the Monkees. They monkeyed around. What can I say?
I mean, come on, you can't beat the TV show.
No, the TV show, that Nick at Night Junk,
it was
for
vaudeville,
the people
crazy
of the
stuff.
30 to 40 age range who just snuck away. Yes, that was some monkeying around.
It was the people who watched Donnie and Marie whenever it came out.
Motherfucking Marie.
Once it went off, we had to find something else to,
I'm going to bring this into the dirty 90s, late 90s. We have Donnie Beneducci, or what the fuck ever, versus Donny Osmond. Danny Bonaducci, Donny Osmond. And Donnie took that bad boy out. Good boys don't fuck around. This was an exhibition match, and he put that dude's dick in the dirt.
Yeah, he did. He knocked him the hell out.
I believe the rhyme is adequate. One and done, son.
Yes.
Donnie was not coming to play around. He did, however, monkey around one good time.
Didn't the one guy's dad invent whiteout?
Yes.
I think you were actually right. I can't remember who it was. Amy will probably be able to tell us better because Amy is
the internet, Amy.
A Monkees aficionado. She is like, you've heard the terms like the bee's knees and so she is the Monkees banana. I'm not sure if that sounds right, but you know what? We're going to go with it.
You don't dig bananas, you eat them.
So, it was Mike Nesmith's mother was the inventor of whiteout. See, Look at that. We got people coming together to help solve problems.
Do it. Thanks, Internet.
And once again, also one thing I want to do too before we go, I want to. She knows all things monkeys. All right, what's the difference between a capuchin and a baboon? But
describe the softness of the hair of the tail between the spider and the chimp. Trick question.
Ooh.
Trick question.
So I do have to give thanks to Mr. Ming Chen from Shared Universe Podcast Studio.
All that jazz.
We actually have a nice, pretty new Zoom L8 soundboard here, which you are using to present everything to you tonight.
You can't see it, but it's glorious.
This is the first time it's being used. I'm still learning how to use it.
It looks like my MR8 with more plugs.
Yep, and it's got a sound pad. It's got a mixer thing. Apparently I can even put it into Adobe, and I can record up to, well, I think an infinite number of separate tracks. So I'm going to have fun enjoying this and learning how to play with it and getting things going. So
I appreciate you being nice.
Let's see what we got here. So one of the monkeys actually played their instrument. Amy, I'm leave that one up to you.
As we're scrolling.
And Kat says, thank you to her for being my Asian persuasion.
You're being thanked right now.
And I'm actually being persuaded to ban you. So, keep it up. Amy says they all played their own instruments. John, she's calling you out. We're going to have a monkey off here.
We might.
Oh, Josh, thank you. Yeah. It's actually it's still. Well, I have to leave it up to Ming. I'll leave it at that. Look for more things to come soon. So,
a shared universe.
Let's see. Mickey played the guitar in his audition, then had to be taught the drums. You see, John, I'll tell you, she wasn't kidding when she said she knows everything's monkeys. I can tell you, she could probably tell you how many steps they took from their bedroom to their bathroom and whatever.
The BPM of Daydream Believer.
Peter was a folk singer in Greenwich Village. He played multiple instruments, including banjo and French horn. And Davey played guitar. Holy crap, damn it.
I knew that, Amy. That was the one thing I knew. Davey played guitar. I knew that.
See, I always thought...
It's too late, but I said it.
Did he keep it in his locker?
I would think that his last name was not Jones.
It was Jones.
Well, who will ever know?
She needs a panel of Pensacon out. You know what? If they ever get any monkeys guests to come in, which is, is entirely possible at any time, I will guarantee you, I will suggest Amy to be the moderator if we could get her to stop giggling enough.
Anthony approves.
Yep. See, David Thomas Jones is his name. David Jones.
Thomas Jones.
But yeah, if there are ever any monkeys at Pensacon and Amy happens to be down, I can promise you, I will do my best to get Amy up on there to moderate as long as she can stop giggling for long enough.
Mickey, you say?
She's seeing Mickey next weekend. So, and John, I'm serious too. I could actually, I'll talk to Mike, and if they ever happen to get any of them down, they've had some great music guests. They've had Lita Ford. They've had.
Maybe they're paying attention right now.
So hopefully we get them through and see what happens.
I'm just gonna say I saw a picture of Lita Ford with a BC Rich Warlock guitar. She was wearing red leather on a guitar case, black, but the BC Rich was red. And I've got a black platinum BC Rich Warlock. I don't have a lot of leather, but Lita Ford.
Well, I've seen a picture of Lita Ford where she's rubbing my chest.
Your move.
I think I won.
Yeah, but you're not competing. I want the internet to do a who did it best. And I'm not going to put my photo out until I shake her hand at the weigh-in.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, just gotta punch her in the face and just get it done.
I'm not gonna punch a woman. She's a beautiful and supremely talented guitarist. Whatever.
Who could whoop all our asses?
I believe it. My ninjutsu may not be strong enough.
I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love Lita Ford. I love the music. I love everything she's done.
Thank
Everything.
you.
But I still, I guess, as far as female guitarists go, I still have to give it up to Nita Strauss. That
Yeah.
woman is absolutely phenomenal.
A little bit of Joan Jett. I'm just going to throw that in there.
Oh yeah, Joe. Like I said, you can't beat some of the classics. The women that paved the way for all these guys. But just like there's tons of great male guitarists, but to me, Satriani is probably right on up there as one of my top of the list.
Plays a damn 7-string.
But
Ride the Alien.
Well,
between the Silver Surfer, bro.
Between him and Chet Atkins, those are still probably the two top guitar players I've ever heard in my life.
Nationwide is on your side.
But as far as females, like I said, there's plenty of them that paved the way. But I'm just telling you, Lita Strauss is a beast.
Damn, Lita, yeah. Both Litas.
Oh, let's see. Apparently, I'm making you jealous, or who's making jealous? I'm not sure. But yeah, John, Nita Strauss, I'm telling you, I actually had a chance to meet her one time. Yeah, I mean, like same thing. Eddie Van Halen's good. David Townsend's phenomenal. These guys are greats in the industry. But like I said, they're still, that's like anything else.
Mick Thompson.
For every
Jim
great
Root.
you have, I mean, for every great year, Stevie Ray Vaughan to me is still one of the best guitar players
SRV,
in history.
7 strings.
But
Slipknot, tuned to drop B. 7-string tuning. I just love 7-string guitars.
Eric Clapton to me is still one of the top guitarists in the industry.
Cream was amazing, and I loved his
Wings,
rivalry.
And
dude,
then his stuff, all of his solo stuff.
His rivalry with Jimmy. Oh, You Look Wonderful Tonight.
Oh, dude, that's the most beautiful song ever made.
It's the song that you play to the woman that you're gonna.
Oh yes, Lizzie Hale. Lizzie Hale's freaking phenomenal.
Speaking of hastily packed suitcases, I heard a story about her, and I believe it because I would too. And that's all I got to say. Long story short, Lita Ford, the other one, she was amazing. She was, but Lizzie Hale. I mean, The Familiar Taste of Poison, dude.
And the way she sings, that voice is just so indistinguishable from. I mean, you know as soon as she opens her mouth.
She started to do on album what she's been doing live for years, and it's fucking working.
Dream Theater, yes, dude. I'm telling you. You go back, like we were talking about this earlier with Corey Taylor. Dio, back when he was with Rainbow, did some freaking
damn dark.
No, he was in a band called Rainbow.
Well, that was his tribute
and it was
after the fact when he was doing his own thing.
But I'm telling you, it was a lot of the stuff was great. Everybody listens back in the '80s and the hair metal stuff. Whitesnake. But if you listen to some of the Whitesnake before then, back in the '70s, they were like a blues band.
Barry Manilow,
and it was freaking. Dude, ain't nothing wrong with Barry Manilow.
Metal is
freaking Mandy.
The dude that played Saruman. He killed and hunted Nazis and was a metal guy. Thank you, Internet. I don't care if it's untrue. It's just awesome and weird enough to believe.
You look at all these guys. Growing up on. I grew up a lot of the Motown stuff. I mean,
Stax Records.
Some great,
the Traveling
great music.
Wilburys. Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you.
And we're trying not to break it down. We're trying to close this episode off, and we're like,
there's just so much good stuff.
Exactly.
This has opened a door, just like a infinite abyss of greatness.
In other words, it's the Minotaur's Codpiece.
Yes. Oh, you know what? That's about a good way to end this.
Thanks for coming.
Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next time. We will see you soon.
We'll show you more Minotaur junk.